Assemble na ni fie kwan no ayera no betimi yedi ho ayi no akọ be ma ni fie no asiesie no timi prebe no ande fro nem kwan ahihye fridge mu ama be me no ne ade wo timi yam nwa wo ni obi wo ho mo wo he ho esoro ho ana he na mo wo ni obi a wo ho 9 years mo nka wade asem wo timi yam nwa. And as soon as say me nipa no me kọ ne ho weekend nti wan hu me am wo ho first no bi kọ a wo hye a wotete afi di omo ba mu kita suitcase ofa na ganya na me en spinters e my enyo eten spinters oba enyo eten spinters ganya na me spinters really.
And it's a sound we've heard all year round. Benjamin Nketsia here, Sports Panorama. Welcome. Welcome and welcome again. Like we always say, to the best 90 minutes of your life. Show proudly brought to us by Kivo, the 4-in-1 Gary mix. The Gary that solves all problems. FDA approved. It has all your ingredients in the right proportions. Royal Kingdom Estate, also proud sponsors of Sports Panorama. For them, it's all about helping you with litigation-free land. Land acquisition, construction, design, property management, and more. Properties in prime areas in Accra and Ebri with land starting at 90,000 cedis. You heard me? If you didn't buy land this year, you can start plotting to buy land from Royal Kingdom Estate beginning now. Start plotting, start saving. Get in touch with them.
Plotting the I like your word play.
2 bedrooms. They also offer flexible payment plans, affordable homes ranging from 2 bedrooms and premium furnished apartments for short rentals in East Airport. So visit us at Cantonments opposite Soul Clinic International School or call 0557 555 909 or 0272 778 880, or you can send us an email at info@Royal Kingdom Estate. Royal Kingdom Estate, building communities, nurturing dreams. And then, of course, my 2 good friends are here. Twisco. Oh, yes. Packed with an effort. It's your #1 chocolate beverage, brought to you by Promasidor Ghana Limited. They say the combo is Twisco and Cowbell. Don't say I didn't do anything good for you. The guys have assembled once again. And today we are talking about the biggest stories of 2024. Local stories, foreign stories. You should tweet at us. Tweet at me at Benjamin Nketsia. Use the hashtag Sports Panorama. Tell me what's been your biggest story of 2024, either foreign or local. You can do your top 3, you can do just one. Whatever it is your call. Nathan Kwao is here. Susu Graham is here. Yahweh Jamie Ta. And of course, the rabbi is also here as well. The Amorim Apiki is not going well, but still dancing. Rabbi,
Bozu,
it's our last show of the year.
Charlie,
We need to commit things into God's hands.
she da han yo. On dale she akpe. Yo was about. When it's so anima so anama so. Yo a wakeshi da jono. One double shin. Wo ben nuku no ba kebo. Ya she da pe. Ni won kebo gbeke na shinake. Ke nuku ye she da se nakanie no ke hambo. Ke nuku ye ni efe she da. Yo a wake nakanie ji bono. Wake hambo e ya kesin. Bono ji money esake wake hambo. Won bi jomo ke ha wo wokume. Mo fia money chwoni ye City FM. Channel 1 TV. Yo a wake won bi jomo ha.
Jomo.
Won double shake owo wale okwa wono ke ja fi na shishiji ka ba shi na agbe. Fen ke fen noko ife wo. Afon shiki ya Ghana $20 eba. Wona money ba nye wo hin. Wo ke shidajo no shidajo no. Afine ni be piete no. Ni be piete no. Wo football le wo pe. Ni be pi All African game. Che na pe ke ni bi na pe ke ni bi fente no. Mene ni owo wo hewale. No jowo no ka oba tashin. Ni wada nche wanyami yo ni wo hwele ke no fi ni mene nche mi na le studio ni aka e4 de ne yo. When ma fengbe ami. Me check be de che won de che wo yen no ni ba kwa mi. Me fe tan man check be shi Solomon mi eli money ji. Yo wa jomo wo. Na ko ani boss na me check. Na ko me share ne yo in boss. Ani na ko me share. E ya on ka shi na no.
Amen.
Shi da yo wa ye Yesu gba mi we pi. Amen.
We need a summary. A quick summary. 1 minute. Summary. A quick summary.
Okay.
Yeah, a quick summary.
So
Translation is
Let's
Spanish
go
and French.
with the show.
If he does it in Ghana, it's not bad.
So
Yeah,
he
yeah,
says,
yeah,
so first he thanked God. He says, lots of things happen in the year,
Yes.
but God has kept us safe.
Yeah.
He says Ghana football, Yanyazi,
Yeah.
you know. Then he said, oh,
You have to happy.
Then he said, oh,
Ghana football.
we've
started good.
He says that our very good friend who went away
Yes.
but has come back.
Oh yes.
We are happy that she's back.
Oh yes.
And the person is looking more beautiful than ever.
Oh yes.
And they're saying that person is making our boss happy. I don't know what coach means by that. I'm only translating what I heard.
Okay, yes.
So that's
Oh, so they are speaking in riddles and parables.
This is a sports show. Let's get on with the sports. Listeners, viewers, big shout outs to our YouTube community. Like I've always done on the show, just give us a buzz from wherever you are watching us from. I mean, if you're watching us from anywhere outside of Ghana, let us know where you're watching us, because we've gotten some very interesting places: Bahrain, Malaysia, Singapore. Yeah, we've had really let's say we go Antarctica, then we know say we international, we reach, Charlie. So let me know where you're viewing us from. For those of you who are also joining the stream on X or Twitter, you can give us a little buzz. But like I said, let me know what your biggest sports story of 2024 has been, local and also foreign. I have a list here, you know. I have a list here of my local stories, but let me start off with the guys. It's not about me. Let me start off with you, Nathan. Your biggest story of 2024. Let's start off with local.
Black Stars. Are we on?
Yeah, we're on.
I can't. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Black Stars not going to the AFCON. There's nothing bigger than that. There's nothing bigger than the
This
Black
thing
Stars.
right now doesn't hit hard enough.
In the year
When like we see people wearing their kente and their agbada and they are like boarding the plane and they are all doing their like departure shenanigans, that is when it will hit you.
So the Black Stars not going to the AFCON is the biggest story, the biggest one of them all, because we all didn't see it coming, especially as we had been to the AFCON so many times. Remember, we hadn't missed an edition of the AFCON since 2004. So after 2004, we've been to every single AFCON. but the performances started to decline at a point. But going was not the issue. It was going there to do well. And so when the qualifying series started, we all thought, okay, Sudan, Niger, and then which other team?
Angola.
Yeah, oh,
Awoof.
With 2 teams being picked out of 4.
Charlie.
And Niger having to play home away from home. Sudan having to play home away from home.
So we all thought that yes, there may be a few difficult games here and there, but ultimately 9 points, 10 points, and would be off to the AFCON. But the story was far from a rosy one. And in the end, we saw what happened. We played 6 games. We didn't win any. We scored 3 goals. And in the process, we even sacrificed home records because we lost for the first time at the Baba Yara Stadium in 24 years or so.
Yeah.
And it was just a pity. It was just really sad watching this Black Stars collapse before our very own eyes. And seeing a very nonchalant response from the GFA boss Keto Kweku, and the said video, the rant, and it's Niger, and half of them won't get into my team, that kind of stuff. Susu knows how to do it really well.
Come on, guys. It's Niger.
He sounded exactly like Keto Kweku.
You know. And then ultimately we lose at home to Niger. Final day, it's just pathetic.
Shout out to Sosa.
Played us off. Yeah, Charlie. Shout outs to Sosa.
Charlie. So it's just
Yeah.
He
Get
had,
fans,
he had
but-
more fans in the stadium than the Black
I'm
Stars.
telling you.
so for me that's the
Biggest story.
the biggest one. Black Stars not making it to the AFCON, and it was so big that it caught on in the US. They were discussing it on CBS. Jonathan Wilson, the venerable Jonathan Wilson,
Nigel De Jong. I remember.
you know, Nigel Rio Coker,
sorry.
the venerable Jonathan Wilson actually wrote a column in the Guardian.
Yep.
Looking at everything that was happening in England at the time, he wrote a column in the Guardian about the Black Stars.
How we are falling
and
off.
said we had been careless.
We're actually very lucky that because of the war in Sudan, a lot of people were focusing on the Sudan fairy tale rather than talking about our failure.
You know, so there's no story bigger than that. Ghana missing out on the AFCON is sad, embarrassing, but it was the biggest story of 2024.
I'll try and be more positive. I'll try and balance it out. I'll say let's give a shout out to Dreams FC for their run in the CAF Confederation.
That's a good one.
Because we've had Ghanaian teams really struggle in the continent, really struggle to make a mark. Look, they didn't win it, but getting to the semi-final is an achievement. It's a strong performance, and we need to see more of that from our teams. We don't see it enough.
That's a good one.
It's been years since that happened, but yeah, because there's so much bad stuff. I just want to talk. Because serious, if you talk about the thing,
you have to dig deep for one positive story.
Because I was thinking to myself, Dreams FC, this is one positive thing we can talk about for Ghanaian football. I mean, it's not amounted to much in the long term, but it's just a positive. It's a bright spot in an otherwise very dirty and disgusting year, to be frank. So yeah, let's give a shout out to the Dreams FC guys.
Okay,
they did
so
very
that,
well.
Yeah.
And like we said, we want to see our teams perform better in Africa, because I remember very clearly when we had the Hearts of Oak, debacle after they won the league and they tried to go to Africa and there was no food for the players and some other. It was embarrassing. So let's give a shout out to Dreams FC for kind of having a proper African campaign, getting things right, and actually getting decent results. We have to give them a shout out.
Bless up, and big ups to Dreams FC. Big ups to Karim Zito, aka the tracking and getting free guy, alongside our own friend Aminu Shado and Winfred Dormon. Dreams FC people.
Aminu Shado yakpe you den che me. E do me wa na kan laka.
Oh, congratulations to Aminu, actually. Yes.
Aminu
Aminu got married, I think, a couple of days ago.
He didn't invite me.
no,
It was
that's
very
right.
bad on his part. Very bad.
Don't do that.
Oh, it's very bad. He's a very good brother. I'm telling him here that it was very bad for him not to have extended an invitation.
Aminu Shado, you see, hold on. You see, if in fact, this one is direct. We are moving to him now. In fact, you are our friend. You used to walk into our studios without
even invitation.
You didn't invite us to your wedding. It's fine. We are not offended. Do the needful.
That is all.
Just do the needful. We won't tell you what to do, but
Just
do the
do the
needful.
needful.
Thank you very much. Anyway, let me come to you on your biggest local story of 2024.
Biggest local story. Well, you didn't say story, so I'll just stick to one. It has to be the Olympics.
The Olympics.
Yeah, Ghana's
Okay.
performance at the Olympics.
I see.
Yeah, Ghana's performance at the Olympics.
How many athletes
That-
did we even take?
How many athletes? We took 2 swimmers. We took
How about 8?
4.
Did we take 8?
Charlie.
We took 4.
8 athletes to an Olympics.
Yeah, 8 athletes. Yeah, we took 4. The 4 by
The
1.
relay team.
The relay team. There was Rosie Abua, the high jumper. So that's 6. Then there was another.
Had like a
I think it was 7. Yeah,
Okay.
8, 7. Yeah, I think it was
somewhere in
8.
that range.
Yeah, 8 athletes. Yeah, and the fact that
No boxer qualified.
yeah, no boxer qualified.
No
and
boxer qualified
the
for the
way
Olympics.
it all happened, the way it all played out. I mean, the swimming, yeah, it was a little bit of a step too far. You know, like to realistically believe that, yeah, we will be able to get to the medal zone and all. But the disappointment came in the high jump. Rosie Abua, her issue that we couldn't get her coach to be with her through the process, knowing very well that she went into that particular competition as one of the best high jumpers in the world, not in Africa, in the world. And some way, somehow, we couldn't make that arrangement for her to get the proper coaching to be able to excel on that platform.
Yeah.
Knowing very well that even the best of the best of the best athletes, seasoned pro athletes, and she's quite young, she just came out of university. Even those guys need their coaches by their side every step of the way.
True.
And we couldn't get practically our best shot at winning a medal at the Olympics, her coach to be beside her to help her. Then we had this issue of the baton. The baton dropping again, baton exchange issues. And that led to our disqualification in the 4 by 100 relay. And so that for me was a very big disappointment, knowing very well that we could have easily solved it. But once again, something very solvable, something quite simple. We managed to complicate the issue, and it ended up being an embarrassing situation for us. We didn't have a proper psychologist in that contingent. We said it here, and what we got in response was, oh yeah, a former athlete can pick up that slack as a team psychologist. But the person's profile does not have him as a certified psychologist. How do you then shoe him into that role? You need a psychologist in that team. And on top of that, they didn't have Rosie Abue's coach on that team. That for me was very disappointing. And yeah, the Olympics, once again, we failed to show up. Big
disaster.
Disappointment.
Coach.
No more. For me, it's a litany
Oh, Charlie.
of things on one object.
I'm a Catholic, so if you say litany, you have taken me down some lane.
You understand? The AFCON was played this year, isn't it?
Yeah,
it was.
January, February.
It was. It seems like such a long time ago.
it was
It
January.
was played this year. The Black Stars' inability to step out of the group. The running away of Chris Hutton.
I know nobody toweled.
The very unfortunate appointment of Coach Otto Addo and this technical team. Very, very unfortunate. And that finally making sure that the Black Stars failing to qualify to the next AFCON. The next AFCON that I believe will be the biggest. Because if you have followed every AFCON tournament, it's gotten better
And better.
year after
And Morocco will serve you the best.
class.
How
Are they not going to be co-hosting the World Cup in some
They-
few years?
they are.
With Spain and
So
Portugal,
it tells you
2030.
what we will be missing.
Charlie.
It tells you what we will be missing. And for me, not having the Black Stars to be at that tournament where people like you, people like myself, and the entire nation would have capitalized on that to make sure those who earn some proper living will earn some proper living. Those who will use it to market themselves to the world will use it to market themselves to the world. And what is so painful is the fact that some of us saw this coming when we organized the biggest sporting demonstration in this country. The only. It has never happened before.
I think that's a highlight.
Big one. I was about to mention
that's a
that.
highlight.
And I was there.
That just features in my biggest stories.
Fronted a demonstration.
Yeah. In this country on our sports. And the timing of the demonstration we thought would have allowed the decision makers to see the challenge ahead based on the disgrace we have encountered, for them to fix it. They decided they will not do anything about it. From the Parliament of Ghana to the Jubilee House of Ghana to the Football Association of Ghana. You see the Black Star struggles. I put all these bodies together and blame them.
Oh yeah.
Mane mi ayu anukwale, because what you anukwale war no of Parliament, they are trying to do their ex gratia about passing bill ni ajache. But that which concerns the ordinary Ghanaian, that which brings all of us together as one, when we petitioned, we gave the petition to the Speaker of the Parliament of Ghana. We submitted a petition to the Jubilee House of Ghana. The Ghana Football Association got their petition. They wanted to liaise and corner us in their zone. We say we will not meet in your zone. Let's do it neutral. We want all the media house to be part of that meeting. They felt we were not, or we didn't have any good intention. So Nicodemously, oh, don't mind them. It will die down. It will die down. It will die down. Then it went dead. Not knowing that the true picture of your incompetence will reveal itself in the AFCON qualifiers. No more. It is with pain. It is with pain, proper pain and grief, that some of us sit here today and highlight that. You see, such failure is being highlighted. Normally, when you say, what was your highlight of the year?
You want to talk about
the
positive stuff.
The word high is inside.
Oh no! You want to talk about
what
things.
Are your top stories of
Exactly.
2024?
That's why this one is low light.
You don't want to refer to something that is so embarrassing and so disgraceful. But unfortunately, like Nathan said, you cannot look at the year under review
And bypass it.
and bypass that one. And for me, like I said last week, I am counting on His Excellency elect John Dramani Mahama, Papa. Papa.
Oh, Papa.
Yes, come on, waka musun sham,
Oh.
fuck and chebo.
Oh.
Ghana be a from Shikeambo, Banoba Sama, what football, Amefitele. That football is dead. Please, top on the agenda. Do not entrust our World Cup qualifiers into the hands of Otto Addo and his technical team. No more. On Akashi, when we say some of these things, nobody hates Otto Addo. Nobody hates John Pencil. Nobody hates Miniji Padiegbe, Lema Joe Lama Lama. Nobody hates them. I don't compete with them over anything. Whatever they do, whatever I do. But the fact of the matter is, when you entrust the most precious commodity in sports into such hands, we have every right to question their competence. And they have shown beyond every reasonable doubt. I can no honorable Neil Van der Poel, one Chenya, Sam George, honorable, those NDC gurus who are proper footballing people. The general secretary of NDC, oh no more, Menachem boss, Fifi Kwete. Honorable, you know, when you sit down, you talk. We've had Fifi Kwete in the studio, talk football. And you can see.
They understand their
no more. These are people who understand football and sports. So we are just telling them. With the highlight of the year is the disgrace from the Black Stars. Please, America Mewoi, Canada is waiting. Me without the Black Stars, for as long as God keeps me alive, I will go. But it will be an icing on the cake to dress Ghanaian, to show the Ghanaianness in me.
To be able to wave your flag with pride. Wave your flag
with
pride.
Per my colors, the red, gold, green color, very colorful colors. to be at the stadium in the US or Canada. Why are Mexico?
You go to Guadalajara.
Why are
Guadalajara.
Why are New Jersey? Ona, when you are Ontario, make it be. Enika onugbe no na keshi min share bomb.
Jalisco State.
Oh,
That's where you will be.
Why ya no go when it be Jalisco?
Jalisco State.
You go to Mexico.
Oklahoma make
You
it
go
be.
to Michoacan.
Florida man.
You go to Mexico.
Ona,
And you see.
Calgary man. Man papa city papa no
Tijuana.
Toronto.
Ono mean that these are the places that is at stake. So the embarrassment of the Black Stars, one thing that is for sure, cannot be transferred, carried on to next year. No more in March, no one to qualifiers.
Very serious matter.
Work a Chad home and away, and no 2 months, no work a Mali, no work a Comoros. And you know how many teams is being picked from the group? Only one, eh?
Yep.
You have to top the group.
I don't know. I don't know how.
Like a show.
I don't. Seriously, just to, I don't know how you people have faith that will qualify.
Ni
but
keto kreko mentage
I
no
don't know.
Kenya na keto kreko prosper ado those ESCO people you say you don't see this obviously
But he went to
Kenya na.
the guy went to a technical review meeting and they said everything is cool.
Oh Yehovah
They came out in the meeting saying they are undecided and
Your
he still the job.
Excellency. Oh Papa, as for you, your decisions are clear.
He say cracks me up so much. Oh papa.
Oh Papa, you see when the Ghanaian chat oh Papa, waka musun sha, waka chogbe, you know basa our food. Look, leave them to manage their league. Take our national team from them. They are bad managers of our national
Even the league, they should take it from them, coach.
Take our national
Even the league, they should
the
take it
league
from
is
them.
theirs. If they don't want
Take
to,
it from
they should
them.
useless their league. But when it comes to what you, me, our tax pay for, take those ones from them. Set up a board. The normalization committee gave us a proper, perfect way of handling our national teams. Please go according to that. If you cannot find the document, some of us will bring that documentation to you. Now, no, Sam George, nye kanya, no more one qualify, nye kanya, nye implementer, no ya jowo. Say enimguasia wait. No more emphata ye cry. Today I saw our ranking. Where are we ranked?
77.
Jesus Christ, you was about.
77.
And on the continent of Africa, 14 to 15.
Yeah, 14.
What?
And I don't think
We dropped 4 more places.
I don't think a Ghanaian player has been nominated or has won African Player of the Year in the last 2 decades.
Oh, that be the last one to do that was Abedi Pele, isn't it? Who else?
Maybe
Who?
the only people who've been close are Jan and Isiam.
Yes.
They've been in their
But who has won is
conversation.
Abedi Pele.
I think Sami Kufo.
And
I
some
think,
people
yeah,
was close.
yeah.
And El Hadji Diouf won that year.
You understand? And the time is now. We cannot be dwell. You see, when the thing is so clear and you decide not to see, then you are beyond blind. Oh. You are beyond blind.
Meanwhile, Angola moved 32
Can you
spots
imagine?
In 2 spots.
in the FIFA ranking over the course of a year.
Wow.
They
So
moved
now they moved 32 spots.
We
And now
have
they are
gone
ranked 85th.
Charlie,
And
look,
we have gone backwards. And now we are
when I
ranked
saw the
77th.
ranking, when I saw that, I said, yay. Even that one crowd, we've been favored. We should have gone further back. No more, Onyo Niger. Where is Niger ranked? You can't score Niger. 180 something, Niger, Onyo. What are you doing in 77?
They didn't just beat us. Niger, they played us
They
off
played us over 2
played
legs.
us off
They
the
took
park.
4 points off us. And people are saying
Yeah,
that
Coach, you're
when
right.
they.
No one has won it since Abedi Pele.
Yes.
And Abedi Pele.
No, but that's what that if I'm correct, 1993,
93.
91, 92, 93.
Yeah.
That was when he
After
won.
Marseille won the Champions
Yes.
League.
Yes, 92.
There you go. Since then, we call ourselves a football nation, and we run football like this in this country. For me, I trust the NDC. And more, I trust the NDC. Oh, Nilante can no ben obey me.
Oh, Tale.
No man can hear me. No fiamo can hear ball me. Those days, I used to watch Honorable Nilante play football at the Kaneshi complex. No, it was gopi. Ele go. Sam George ni na ebo twa me. She the info ni na. Ona bene ona edo me yes. Ona kudo me.
Sam George, he will have to be a
He has
right
a
back.
proper gravity.
He have to
He
be
operate. Gravity on Sam George makes him a fundamental classical player. Ilakabo no mo.
Must be Roberto Carlos.
Yeah.
From that structure.
When I
Must be
need to
Roberto Carlos.
When I need no more fit shape, she took me to some dot cock machine right there.
I'll tell it.
If I have no one can yawa me. You will be a sabo hour. Money ajele je otoado John Pence again. German to
Coach, I like that. Let me take my top local story will have to be the African Games. And let me start with the scripture. Let me start with the scripture. Let me give you a scripture.
That is the monumental.
So Proverbs chapter 15 verse 27.
Richard.
It says, "The greedy bring ruin to their households, but the one who hates bribes will live."
Hey,
There's a second scripture. Isaiah chapter 56 verse 11.
Preach on.
They are dogs with mighty appetites. They never have enough. They are shepherds who lack understanding. Let me read that again. Hold on.
15 million pounds to you
I say
to feed athletes.
That's a dog that.
It says they are dogs with mighty appetites. They never have enough.
And so on
They are shepherds who lack understanding. They all turn to their own. They seek their own gain. 250 million US dollars. Again, I say that we have.
Before we go, Honorable Ablako, I hope you are listening. Oral.
We have thrown around figures in this country so much that these days when somebody mentions $1 million, you think it's no money.
You want to buy a land at
it's million.
$1 million Uncle Sam
you
dollars.
go to America.
Do you think people mention $1 million like that?
Hey, Nathan, I said there are American citizens who will not see $1 million till the day they drop off the planet.
Look, if an American citizen gives you $20, he thinks he's giving you the whole world. Let alone $100.
$1 million. If you're like in a city in America, if you go and see the houses people are buying in Texas for $1 million,
that's what I'm saying.
$250,000. You're telling me that's what I used to buy
a
plot of
Mr. Graham, you are going too far with the million. If you see houses in the same Texas for 300,000 for like their mansions.
I saw one. Like some of the athletes, they live in them. The pro athletes, they live in them. Especially the rookies in the NBA and the NFL.
$1 million.
$1 million, and we say we spend.
It's not even a house with land.
We spend.
One plot of
you
land.
See, we spent 250 million Dwight Eisenhower dollars,
Joe Biden dollars,
JFK dollars,
dollars,
Ronald Reagan dollars, 250 million. And you see, I say these things because they break my heart, because the Legon Stadium can still not host the Black Stars. If you spend 250 million upgrading any facility,
By the time, if any sporting facility is washed with $200 million money,
it's world class.
By the time it's finished,
it's world class.
It should be one of its own in the world.
Like Brazil and Argentina.
Legon Stadium can't host anybody. The part that hurts me is that they say they used $15 million
to feed athletes,
to buy orange juice, croissants, scones,
I hope you are listening.
salad, T-bone, bacon, 15 million USD.
This Africa Games, if it doesn't feature
what food at all,
then the Africa Games, that's one of their priorities.
See, it is. I don't think we put enough sport. It is easily.
I went there during that. I saw the food they
Coach,
were giving.
Coach, I say forget even sports. It is one of the biggest scandals in this country's history. You can't spend 250 million USD and come out with that Legon Stadium and then the Boteman complex. And as at now,
and remember they even said they were going to build a 50,000 stadium in Boteman.
Oh,
they couldn't do it. They now did some.
The Boteman facility, the Boteman facility, it looks nice, but so far
the value
it is
quoted. No,
it makes no sense. And as at now, only the swimming association is making proper use of the facility. So ask yourself what is happening to the other domes and the other stuff that was built? As at now, if nobody is participating there frequently, it has started running down.
yeah.
That is the honest truth
Don't they have a place
of the matter.
Yeah, they have a place there. Because it's a
Do they
multi-purpose
go
court.
there?
No.
They
They
don't.
have to go there.
They don't. See, we need a very serious investigation of the African game. And you see, let it not be another case of paying lip service. Oh, the AFCON budget. We'll come back when we come back.
The
We'll
last time
account
they
for
went
it.
there, the
When we come back,
basketball people went there. School.
They should be going
They need to go there.
Under 15.
when
yeah,
we
they went
come
there
back,
for a
you see,
recruitment,
it's
program,
the
yeah.
African games ended in March.
Yeah.
We are in December. Nothing has happened.
No more about
Absolutely nothing has happened.
No more about take office.
7th.
By 8, no.
We hope that the oral team will look at this. We hope that the oral team will look at this, because like I'm saying, that African Charlie, you can't spend $250 million and then we don't have any proper sports facilities in the country. That money, right? They could have saved off $10 million and they could have completed all our youth resource centers. All the youth resource centers hanging. The people responsible for how monies were disbursed, how monies were spent. Everybody needs to account. Every single one of them need to account for it. It's not even a joke.
Top on the list is the minister.
No, of course, Mustafa
It
is
got
it.
to the time he sidelined even the local organization.
They all need to.
Everything was.
They
going
all
through
need to
his
account for
office.
it. So,
Me now,
as
you
for
all.
me,
I
I have
don't
given you my scripture.
What?
I have given you my pains about that $250 million. That project is not worth, or that event or competition is nowhere near that money.
Look, even the feeding of the athletes with 15
million.
That alone.
Anyway,
no.
let me go through a couple of items that could have made the list, and then I'll take some opinions from our texters and our YouTubers as well. So I consider Cote d'Ivoire winning the AFCON a local story, because it happened just next door. Cote d'Ivoire won the AFCON against all odds. And you see,
Sacking their coach halfway.
it's even crazy for me, because you know why? I remember which game were they losing 3-0? Was it Equatorial Guinea? They were losing a certain game, and I was in the stadium. So when I was exiting the stadium, you should have seen the Ivorian fans and journalists alike. Everybody was pensive and nobody was saying a word. If you wanted to share, or you wanted your Ivorian journalist friend to share a word, they would look at you like you were a piece of, you were part of the pillar.
To do
Was just joy.
Win against Mozambique.
Didn't happen. Didn't
Then
happen.
Cote d'Ivoire would have
So Cote
won
d'Ivoire
out. It would have
winning
won.
that tournament was
We
a big
took
deal.
2-0 lead.
So
Like-
they should give us a piece
Goalkeeper
of
mi
the
je
trophy.
bẹ Richard Ofori blaster
Richard
Ekabadon ni mo ball in ya over
He begs.
ball in ya over oya Monaco
So it's us who gave.
Exactly. We literally gave Cote.
Don't forget that, but you see, our game was the last deciding game.
Yeah.
We had to win to boot them out. Richard Ofori ball in ya
Ghana
over.
failing to win a
Ya
single
over.
game at the AFCON and not qualifying, that's one.
Again.
Yep.
You add there again.
Okay, so I spoke about that. Samatex winning the Ghana
Samatex
Premier League for the first time. I think that was a big deal.
League I don't. is
Para
compromised.
athletes
And
disappearing in Norway.
Cafe Mafe, Baya Fue. No one can voice him when you no more, Mr. Technician. People are asking of that voice. Cafe Mafe.
We'll find. In fact, we'll revisit the Commonwealth scandal, so we have to find out voice.
As for the Commonwealth Games saga from 2018, there,
Let me.
the oral committee needs to call
I'm telling you.
a few people to ask them, because no way.
This one, the evidence is clear. During the campaign, the man said,
He said it.
I took people there. Vote for me,
National
I'll take
Security should release that report.
It's very simple.
Let me read a few
Yeah,
messages.
so what now?
Moses from Abokobi says, my biggest story for 2024 is me saving my small salary to go to Cote d'Ivoire for the AFCON, only for the Black Stars to totally disgrace me. Shout outs to all FFR members, especially Pep Ba Niaite. Sounds like a group that
You should apply to the Black Stars for a refund. If you forgive them.
FFFR. No, I don't think they have to.
This one says, Charlie, listen, see, we're listening to you in the Faroe Islands. Oh my goodness. Oh,
Faroe Islands.
no, I should have had my bell for
That's
this.
close to Denmark or
Faroe Islands. Charlie, is the traffic? Is the only right?
You are hiding the bell.
No, only right that the bell came out for the last show. Faroe Islands.
Damn.
No, Charlie.
what are you doing
Nah.
there?
What are you doing?
But you
relax,
did the
relax.
second part of this message.
No, relax. Let's Ghanaians Ghanaians in Faroe Islands.
How many are you in the Faroe
There's
Islands?
nowhere in the world.
That you will find a Ghanaian. I said Nepal. If you go to Nepal, you find a Ghanaian.
How many Ghanaians are in the Faroe Islands? You should
I used
answer
to-
about.
hold
It
on,
feels
hold
like it's a country that everyone will know everybody. So
Yeah.
tell us how
You see,
many.
I
there
used to think that Ghanaians were not everywhere. Still, there's a part of me that doesn't believe that.
No, that's not
Well,
true.
Ghanaians
There's
are
no
everywhere.
way.
Until I heard of a certain Ghanaian player who went to play his football in Nepal. That was the day I realized that, Charlie, what are you doing in Nepal?
Nepal.
Who took you there?
Like, what plane did you take to get there?
You know,
Hey!
one of my
Faroe Islands, no more 53,000.
You know, one of my teachers in school was from Nepal. When she was talking about the country, I was thinking, how can a Ghanaian live there?
See, Faroe Islands, no
no,
more 53,000.
Nepal is in the Himalayas.
Yes,
somewhere.
Himalayas.
Yeah.
It's proper mountain.
Nana, me say Faroe Islands, no, population yet
So wait, the
53,000.
Ghanaians in the Faroe Islands, please.
How many are you?
One, how many are you? Two, what are you even doing there in the first?
Oh, no, attached.
Yeah, Pesi,
Everywhere you go,
Kabefi. Thank you. Let me go on. Anyway, this one here, it says we are listening. Believe me, we don't miss the show for anything. Tell that our team to come back. Now home is home. Charlie, I like that. Akim in Koforidia says, good evening, the Sports Panorama crew. Honestly, these are my top 3 biggest moments of the year regarding our sports. 1, 15 million for feeding. 2, 15 million for feeding. 3, 15 million for feeding during the African Games. In fact, a big shout out to the outgoing sports minister.
Why are they power?
Shout out.
Elon from Tema says, my biggest.
Does he have parliamentary immunity?
He-
Because
Ah,
I'm wondering.
Have you seen this constituency?
And he won. No.
Fresh robes, so Yagaba Kobori.
He won. He won.
You know, I don't even want to go there. Elon from Tema says, my biggest story this year is the fact that the coach Otto Addo was not sacked after supervising our worst ever performance in history, when former Black Stars coaches have been sacked for less.
True.
No, as for this, is it
True. That one is true.
in Kaka no, I swear no more on the 7 no me. Mean favor, mean that all is 1 man demonstration. Oh no, in Kaka.
You mean you are wild
I will go to the Jubilee House
with your own placard.
with my own plan. Sack Otuado in that technical team. Don't entrust our World Cup qualifiers.
2025 is about to be
on the line.
interesting.
You are Yankee.
Zilot Ofosu in Kruma says 1. Fans forcing Chelsea into the title race when we are saying we are not ready.
You are there.
The title race is not by choice, so
It has shock.
it's by mathematics and position.
It is by position.
You are 2 points
Look
off
down.
the leader.
Look down at the table. Tables don't lie.
I was
See, if Arsenal in the title race, then you can't tell me Chelsea are not in the title race.
Arsenal, look at Arsenal say they are in the title, and they are saying it boldly.
Sure.
We are in the title race, and you Chelsea 2 points off Liverpool,
Liverpool.
and you are not in the
Say
title.
you are
So
not in the
okay, so what are you doing?
Anyway, it says 2. Ghana failing to win a game in AFCON qualifiers and eventually couldn't make the AFCON. 3. Rodri's Ballon d'Or controversy. I like that. Let's go on. Daniel from Koforidia says, my biggest sports stories, Verstappen, so far is the Verstappen season in Formula 1. Okay. Spintex Knights exploits
that's a
the
good
African
shout. That's a
basketball
good
league.
shout. That's a good
I like that you remembered that. I like that you remembered that. And as for local sports, Keto Kreku and Mustafa Yusuf should come and remove their mouths. Emmanuel Adinote from Suhum in the Eastern Region says, my biggest local story, Otto Addo appointed as head coach of the Black Stars. I can't think far. Efo Dela Fongbao, he says, guys, it's the canker of the Akufo-Addo government permeated every facet of our country's leadership, stealing our joys, killing dreams, and destroying every good thing in this country. Bring back the love has tended to increase disdain for sports fans and disregard for progress on the part of leadership. What a shame. Janas from Racecourse says, my biggest story is the absence of a story on the sacking of Otto Addo. I like that. We are reviewing the year and no proper joy and good memories.
How?
That is why my biggest local story is every time Nathan screams, hey! Philip from Hartsville. Let's go. Let me read that. Says Coach Nimlik Paroff, Honorable Samzod dear, football commentary, maybe not playing. I say he's a Roberto Carlos guy. Don't question me. Francis says that, boss, today I saw the finest the finest coach at Medina ADB, even with his face covered with a face mask. Hey, Charlie,
There was this guy who because of the Hamatan, I protected myself. But he could look and say, no, this is coach. and you know what he told me? But coach, you are disguising yourself. But I have seen you.
People have no see when you are all over YouTube and you can't hide. You can't hide any. You can wear a baseball hat.
You'll be shocked. You'll be somewhere. You are there. Then someone just be looking. They'll be looking at you.
Too many times. Too many.
Do I know? They know. They come to me like, oh, I don't know you, but I've been watching you. Okay, because it puts you on edge.
Too many times. Too many. I say you can wear a baseball hat, wear sunglasses. You can't hide anywhere.
The time COVID was a baby, I was recognizing my face mask. I was even shocked. I was at ShopRite. I was in the line. I was wearing face mask. The guy said, Go and tell coach something.
It's what it is. Starboy from La Paz says, my issue of the year was the FA selection when George Free had an issue with the FA president. That's Ghana for you. Fifi Tamaklo from Hato says, guys, I really hope the sports family and journalists are sending info to the oral preparatory team because heads must roll. Zylex Dwayne in London says, everybody needs to account. However, Liverpool win on Sunday. You know, let's do foreign big stories. Biggest foreign stories of the year. Listeners, you can send me your takes on those ones as well. 0549 986 996 0549 986 996. Let me see if I can read a couple from YouTube because they have been out there for a minute. So let me get there real quick. Okay, so they are literally telling me where they are watching us from. Okay, let me just get in there real quick. And please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the like button when you come to stream or to view Sports Panorama. Okay, this one here. ACB Brown says biggest story is Kurt going to Germany for juvenile football business.
After blasting the blaster place,
whilst his precious commodity was playing the match of their lives. Charlie, he added the conclusion. I can't read it. This one is from Bar Entry. Steve says watching.
I'm actually reading that. Hey, you people.
Charlie, Bar Entry. Steven watching live from Siegen, Deutschland. My biggest moment is Pep's tears. Somebody's watching from Germany. Big ups to you, Bar Entry Steven. Bra Kojo says my biggest highlight is when the sports minister was giving it to the amputee team because they decided to take the trophy to President Mahama before bringing it to him. So you people are really petty. I can't believe people remember these things.
At the Ghana Football Awards,
yeah,
the amputee team got an award, and by being a member of the board, I knew things that were happening in the back, and I was telling my fellow board members that wouldn't it have been nice to have the sports minister present their
Somebody here says that wise good luck says Ten Hag leaving United. My biggest international story. This one here. Also, let me see. Okay.
Paul Pogba and his brother. That's an interesting
huge
one.
story.
His brother was actually just sentenced, if I remember correctly.
Along with 6 other people.
Yeah, crazy.
This one says he's enjoying the show from Edmonton, Canada.
That's what my answer. I used to go there once now.
We are going to play football there. We are going to play football.
It has the biggest mall in North America. The mall is serious. There's a theme park in the mall. There's a water park in the mall.
Hey, the mall you can spend 2 days.
It's serious. The mall is serious.
Okay, let me just read a couple more. This one says Blake Knight says, Chairman Ben, the traffic is terrible, but with Panorama, I'm chill, knowing the stress won't be more.
You more enjoy yourself.
That's what it is. Let's talk about biggest foreign stories. Let me go this way first. Nathan, coach, let me start with you this time.
See, my biggest foreign story. It's a story of stories. Or give
story.
me 2.
You can do 2 if you want.
Yeah, let me do 2. One is yet to happen, but by all means it will happen. It's already a story for me. It will happen.
Which one is this?
The sacking of Rashford from United. That would be my biggest foreign story.
Oh my goodness!
Because, look, there's no turning back from this. He has to leave.
You mean he's a goner?
Yeah, he's a goner. I don't. the management, the board, the people, the Jim Ratcliffe, they may try to massage it, but I know eventually the exit way is paved. If you open your mouth and say you want a new challenge, United. Look, there was a reason why Ginks, Scholes, and Co. played for only one club in their life. Because they knew.
I always think that if one club is good enough, you can play there all your
career. They know. And they knew at the time. It isn't that there were no offers. Now you Rashford, nobody's even coming to buy you.
When Paul Scholes handed blank checks.
God,
Blank checks.
That
You mean Rashford doesn't even have a market?
Nobody who is going to buy him. Nobody's
PSG.
going to buy him. Or they would never do that.
You see, me, I like Rashford, but that interview was
Look,
very stupid.
it
he's
was a very
so
bad
untalented.
interview. Very bad interview.
The only thing that could have gotten him,
untalented.
I'm telling you, what mini Raja, what at all does he bring on that?
Why are you doing this?
No, LFJ. If I train for 1 month, I'll match him race for race.
Charlie, what's going
I'm
on here?
telling you honestly. If that is
You mean Rashford is all pace,
if that
no
is
talent?
only attribute. Rashford, if he was born in Ghana, which team will he play for?
Charlie,
Because Zuni are
One-dimensional.
one-dimensional player.
one trick pony,
No, but
Finish.
But Ben, we talk about Marcus.
one arrow in his quiver.
People are being very unfair. We
What
saw him
unfair?
when he came as a 16-year-old. And
Oh
we've seen
no,
him.
no!
I feel like
it was running.
I saw Rashford under Ole.
The pick,
Bring back my coach and Rashford will do the
pick of a
wonders.
player. The man is at his peak.
27.
This
That's
is
your
where
prime.
This is prime.
Your prime
Just
years.
wasan. So that is my
Let's see
story.
Abeku's face.
So for people, enemy
Oh my goodness.
Atamachi, wasan. And for me, that is my topmost.
You mean
story.
before it happens, you are predicting it?
He's gone. Then
The one that has happened. Okay, give us one that has happened.
Charlie Tamono Mami.
Oh, Charlie.
No more Tamono Mami. I pick it.
Your number will be ready soon.
Amori ma pick it. I pick it.
Amori
I pick it. No more la jay. Do ya? I pick it.
Oh, find the number.
Amori
Find.
I pick it.
No, why Amorim and Picky?
Under the circumstance,
I pick it.
I pick it.
Please play the number for me.
You play normal. Let me continue with my analysis. I don't know.
Hey. Oh my goodness. But Apeki lost too.
Don't worry.
Apeki lost
You know the
yesterday.
difference.
Tell me the difference.
Look, when Ole came, when Ten Hag came, the wrong impression was given. So everybody thought that, after all, this group of players can do the job. But under Amorim, the true reality is being showcased by everybody. When you listen to him, so far, listening to him, it's only about 9-10 players that he's interested in.
The rest of
The rest are all Zukuis.
Zukuis.
Look, God bless that German man, Ralf Rangnick.
Rangnick, yeah.
That man is a proper football man. When he worked with this group of players for just 1 month, he said the team needed what?
Open heart surgery.
An open heart surgery. Sell close to 14, 15 players. Top on the list. Rashford was number 1. I saw that list. Fili Gadochi with
Gani.
Gani. Feature in affair. In affair. So for me, in Amorim,
Konkonsa
no more
players.
pick it. Give
Konkonsa
me
players.
2 seasons. The 3-4-3, 3-4-2-1. The league will come back to Manchester.
Players who
Record this video, this audio, and put it down somewhere under this manager, because he will sack Rashford. Maguire is gone. Evans, Lindelof, all the Zukuis,
Zuku Nation.
they will all be sacked, and then they will
Mason
bring
Mount.
Messi Mount injury prone. The injuries can be Look Shaw away. Temute.
Malasia.
I'm a fan. I'm a laboratory.
The mysterious Malasia.
Rashford over 300,000 pounds a
But
week.
Ben,
You are granting interviews
It's
that
scary, like a player, like you play for a team, and then
You get punished by the
I'm
rest
not-
of the
I'm
players.
you get dropped, not punished, dropped for bad performances.
We start talking about these alleged leaks.
Leaks. He's the one leaking the man's team to the people.
Yeah,
Rashford.
right now
he's
he's
the
that-
one.
yeah,
he's the one. He's the one doing it.
And then-
I heard it's Ghana. It's Garnacho's.
Oh, it's not Garnacho brother. Yeah, Garnacho is back. He's playing. Rashford Bad performance.
You get dropped, Ben.
You get dropped.
And then you go and
Your first line of action is to go to
grant an
And
interview.
me, I'll be honest.
I need a new
I'll say
challenge.
it. Me as someone who's I'm a Rashford supporter, and that interview was stupid. There's
What?
no other way to describe it. It was so
has to go.
unnecessary.
But he's been. I feel like he's been on this PR path for him. You know, remember once upon a time when he was everybody's darling boy. He had written some book. He was going around.
He was
feeding the kids.
Oh, he even did it this past weekend.
commissioning his book and things.
He went to feed the kid. They went to grant the interview.
Yeah, he did it. The
Grand
feeding of the
PR.
kids, yeah, he did it.
I said that is my topmost foreign story.
Let me talk to you real quick about.
Oh yeah,
top foreign
biggest
story.
foreign story. It has to be the Ten Hag sacking. It has to be because look,
Coaches are hired to be fired.
no,
They are
but
permanent.
exactly. But when Ten Hag got sacked, we had to do a live program.
Yeah, because
It was big.
Man United.
It was big.
It was not bigger
No,
than when
we-
Jose was sacked.
We did
You
a
know when
live
Jose
program.
was sacked?
Yeah, I remember.
I was working. Then I
called him.
saw my phone.
I called him.
In fact, there's a video in this building where people celebrated. They were in a huddle, like they were jumping. Fred,
I called
Nathan, Akoto.
No, I wasn't
Pastor Manu.
when they sacked Mourinho.
Yes.
Fred and
Fred, Godfred.
And I remember when I called Chris. I remember
They were holding each other, hugging each other.
Chris's
I'll find a video for
Chris's
you.
exact words when I called him to tell him Jose had been sacked. He said, "Hey, United have chosen Pogba over Mourinho." Those were his exact words.
And for me, yeah, that
I
was
disagreed with that. I thought Mourinho. I still feel that he's been vindicated. Because all at the time it was player power.
yeah.
That is what Rashford cannot survive.
The
Now
very
the player power is dying at United.
The very popular Mourinho phrase about Man United players, he said, "Where they play,
and
how they play, and if
they
they
play."
play."
Since he left, all those players, Zuku, Butum, Banza, Hamisha.
And yes,
Hag,
so
okay.
that's the Ten Hag bit. And yeah, I wanted to do a little bit about the Boston Celtics finally getting over the hump.
Oh
But-
yes, that's a big deal.
Got
But
the title.
yeah, I have to do the Rodri bit. Unfortunately, football trumps it. The Rodri bit, because it has been years. It has been happening year after year after year that you have worthy candidates who should be winning the Ballon d'Or, but are not attacking midfielders, are not strikers, so they get passed over. That for me was the biggest selling point in this whole Rodri issue. That some years back, Manuel Neuer should have won the award. Some years back,
Wesley Sneijder
should have won the award. Those years, it went to Messi, Ronaldo, and co.
Wesley Sneijder, them.
It shouldn't have gone to
If you say
those
Diego
guys.
Milito, I understand, but Wesley Sneijder,
No
Well.
problem. That's your opinion. And so for me, to have a defensive midfielder be the one to get this award ahead of an attacker in the year 2024,
Wasa. Or national team. Wasa.
in the year
How can you
2024,
win an award like that based on only your club performance in the national team year?
in the year 2024, where it's all about goals, assists,
goals.
hockey assists, all of that.
The assist behind the assist.
No, that's the hockey assist. Hockey assist, passes into the final third, all of those things, chance created, opportunities created. But to have a defensive midfielder win the award, yes, that for me,
spot on.
it was one of the biggest storylines or points or highlights of 2024. So these two for me.
Mr. Graham.
Oh, I think Rodri is a big one, but I'll say Pep Guardiola. I think his arc this season, from where he's come from May to now, I think it's a huge story because he does something unprecedented in English football. 4 straight top flight titles, never been done. So he proves that he's one of the most excellent managers to ever manage in England with that achievement. And suddenly we are here where he's one win in 11 games, and you're asking yourself, is he the right man for the job? How long can this go on? Would they eventually sack him? So I think his arc, let me say, his
The story.
up and his down has been a very interesting story. So I think, and it will continue into next year, but I think Pep Guardiola has been the most interesting story for the right reasons and the wrong reasons at the same time.
You got one more? Or you just want to go
I think
one more?
Pep
Okay,
Guardiola for me is
Nathan?
the biggest one.
Spain winning the Euros, not necessarily that it was a surprise for me. It's one, the type of football they played to win, and two, Lamine Yamal. I don't think I've seen a 17-year-old play the way he did in a competition, took charge of a competition and dominated and was brilliant from start to finish. I thought he would struggle in certain games, but he was brilliant. And top of that was that semi-final against France, where he reminded Adrien Rabiot.
Don't talk smack about
him. Did a number on Adrien Rabiot and scored on him, and it was brilliant. The other story is from the Olympics. Team USA winning the men's basketball gold. Not because it was a surprise, but how the story played out and all of that. And then the 2 games in which Steph Curry, I think, they say Steph Curry's greatness, I think, was never in doubt, but it almost always felt that
he had never done it at the national team level. People say
that he needed something. So he won the finals MVP. So it's left with that one thing. Then when the USA needed him the most, he actually showed up, got them past Serbia, got them past France, gave them an Olympic gold medal. And I think the Steph story is complete now. Anything after that gold medal
is just a top up.
Is just bonus. Whatever he wins or mean is a bonus. But I think just finding the right time to wake up in a competition and take your team,
because you have struggled earlier in the
take
competition.
Your team from the pits to the very top. For me, it was just brilliant.
Actually, I have one more, but it's not as popular. But it's just I watched the NFL a bit. I think the Kansas City Chiefs going back to back. Looking at number 3, they've had a very good season this year. They've only lost 1 game. They are looking very good. I think that's also very important. It's very, because back to back is not easy in the NFL. It's very rarely done.
Back to back is never easy.
It's not easy in any sport, but in the NFL especially, because it's single knockouts. A lot of American sports have the 7-game playoffs. So if you mess up, you have a chance to come back. But in the NFL, there's no take-backs. There's no do-overs. You have to get it right. You have to execute, which is why it's the most popular sport in America, because the only one where there's no second chances. So I think they've done very well to go back to back, and they're looking to go again, but we'll see.
My biggest stories, I think I'll take the first one from Letsile Tebogo and Noah Laos. So Laos winning 100 meters at the Olympics, because he had talked a lot of smack before, and he had become public enemy number 1. Everybody was rooting for him.
He was even fighting with the basketball players, saying they are not well.
In fact, if people from your own country are rooting for you to lose, like that's like a different level of hate.
But you see, it was funny because he was absolutely right. Winning the NBA championship,
he touched people's egos.
Does not make you world champion. You are the best team in the world. Clearly, no one is going to disagree.
But you are not.
You are not world champion.
That's what it is.
And technically, they are still not world champion. Germany are world champion. They were Olympic champions.
Don't let Kevin Durant hear you say this. Let's see Tebogo winning 200 meters was a big deal as well. That was.
And look at what it did when he went back to Botswana. They had a public holiday and thing. It's a small country.
Almost got $500,000 for his
They are a small country. I don't think their population is that big.
So
it's like
2 million,
3 million, I think. About
So in fact, in that stead, let me just rope in Alfred. What's her name? Julian Alfred, the woman.
Yes.
She also did some great stuff for I think Saint Lucia.
You know, these small islands, it's a big
deal. It was a huge deal for them.
And I just want to say that story. Look,
which one is this? The
2 stories, especially the Tebogo one. See,
investment
are people who run sports. If you want to see what it means to people, watch the clip of when he went back. See, look, people may not. Somebody was asking me. So when you guys watch sports, you are in Ghana, your team is in England, and they win, and you are happy. Tell them that it may not put money in my pocket, but there's a certain joy and value. Chris, last Sunday's Manchester derby, when the game happened, I couldn't believe it. I watched the highlights Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night.
He always says that when his team wins, and he go watch highlights the whole.
And you see. All I'm saying, see, the people who run sports, they need to understand the joy it gives your country.
It's a typical example is the Namibia boy, the one who ran in the Olympics, who won the gold medal.
That's what you're saying. From Botswana. You see,
the whole country holiday. One person, just one person.
So the people who run our sports, they need to understand the value. See, we may not get anything monetary or tangible.
I don't need it.
But you see, you can use it to uplift a country.
It gives life. People die as a result of that. Don't I give you the story where a young gentleman approached me at one of our roadshow and said that when Mozambique equalized that goal, that meant that the Black Stars couldn't qualify. Freshly married man, because we're leading. Because
it was 89th minute, we were leading by 2-0.
Yeah. The guy said when
Injury time.
his wife stepped out of the room. Yeah. They are just the two of them, so you can imagine. Now there's no kid. So it is fresh.
Oh my goodness.
With the very beautiful 90. About the time in the microphone, now Jack Palace said, Jack Palace. I'm going to come more palace, me palace. I'm more palace, me palace. But they can look.
Don't do this.
This one, no translation needed. This one, no translation needed.
2 months.
I can't believe this.
Before he could resurrect himself. You can't say then he called me some few weeks ago. In fact, I called him and said, Charlie, now coach, now everything is functional. My I take a seat. So you mean
But it took 2 months.
and son over back. Japalas and that's
Okay, well, let me do one more.
So Red, it's a
big deal. It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
Look, if you get sports right,
I even had something to say. Coach has taken it from my.
Let me talk about one of the stories. One of the stories that still intrigues me to date. JJ Redick going from a podcast host,
to become an NBA
to become the head coach of the biggest basketball franchise in the world.
The most recognized basketball franchise in the world.
Bruh, like I still can't
I remember what I was coming to say.
I can't wrap my head around it still. And in the beginning, we were told that when he started giving the smart answers at the presses and started telling reporters his mind, yes, Mufa Jangum, that's my coach. The Lakers said, that's my coach. Darwin Ham could never.
That's the timeout he was drawing plays.
Have you seen the Lakers in the last 3 weeks?
Oh, they are struggling.
Right now, all the JJ Redick talk, they say it's not the coach again. They say that, bro, Pelinka, you keep bringing us a bad roster. You bring us a bad roster every time. You, Pelinka, you are not good. JJ Redick went from podcast host, not even journalist.
He hadn't even coached the high school basketball team.
The only coach, his son's team.
That was a voluntary
He went
work.
from podcast host to the coach. See,
But you know the NBA,
so I do know another big
but
story.
you know the NBA, they do this very often. Because Steve Nash, do you remember was the same thing that they picked
Nepotism,
him?
but you see, the Brooklyn Nets, nobody cares about the Brooklyn Nets. If it's Brooklyn, nobody cares. The Lakers, it's like going from being a nobody to coaching Real Madrid or Barcelona. Like,
But
it
you
doesn't
see,
happen.
Real Madrid also never. You see, the way American sports is, Real Madrid also never fall to the lows that the Lakers kind of are.
Fair game.
So
Fair game.
is-
And then I think this just brings me to Vincent Kompany becoming Bayern Munich head coach.
Yeah.
Not in my wildest dreams would that have happened. So I think that would take my cake for the three.
it was a huge story in Germany because one like
The color factor.
it was like option number 9.
Yeah. And I make a choice.
but
Right now,
the people decided that they needed somebody who could get the dressing room to be more lively.
football
who
fans
could
just need
unite
to
the
understand
dressing
that
room.
these days, look, your accomplished coaches and the people with their badges, they've either all retired,
the game has
are
changed.
old, or you don't like their styles of play anymore. So all the coaches you want to hire are either rookie coaches with promise. You see, I said rookie coaches with promise. Why would you even bring Otoado into it? Don't bring
And part
him
of
into
it
it.
is also some of these coaches now. If you have a coach like Pep, how do you tell Pep what to do? You need
They've grown wings.
They want a
somebody
coach that
they
they
can
can tell what to do.
Yep,
That if he
yep.
starts to talk too
Misbehave,
much, they'll tell
yeah.
you, hey, my friend.
Yep, pack your bags and leave. Anyway, you wanted to add one more before I go to my
It was
message.
more about the kind of transformative nature of sports. Me, I wasn't alive in '82, but my father was. So he always says that he feels like what helped Rollins in his early months was us going to the AFCON and winning. Because we weren't supposed to go. Liman had pulled us out. So we go to the AFCON, we win. And the country is in a bad economic state, which is why all of these things happen. We don't have. So imagine the joy of the country winning the AFCON. It will cool people down for months, for them to figure things out and let things happen. And it led to where we are today. So people don't realize some of these tiny things. Because imagine Ghana winning the AFCON. A lot of the things that people were complaining about in the last year, economy and things, do you think it would have been, people wouldn't have thought of it as much?
Comoros eliminated us. When Keto Kreku had the chance to act, he said, if
We
we
don't have Ronaldo and Messi, so what do we expect? Hey, Charlie, we have heard things in this country.
So
Anyway,
people, you don't, people don't, a lot, and this is why, even if you look at history, a lot of leaders have focused on sports.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to mention the name. The guy in Germany, 1936 Olympics. It was a big deal.
He
For
said,
him.
I don't want to mention
I don't want
his
to
name.
mention the guy. You see it a lot. 1978, Argentina. They had a dictator.
Do you know the things Joseph Goebbels did with that Olympics?
And Argentina, they made sure they won the World Cup. So people will forget about the problem.
In fact, let me mention the guy. The Olympics you are mentioning that the Germans hosted, right?
Yeah.
Look, Joseph Goebbels. He was supposed to be the secretary of propaganda for the party.
Yeah.
They say that. You know what they did with the Olympics? The Olympic Village was so beautiful that, in fact, the Germans had very bad global.
That you see, you can get banned on YouTube.
That's why they get like they had such bad global PR at the time that Goebbels told your man that, you know what, this is the perfect opportunity to sell our country to the world as a paradise. So they said then the Munich Olympic Village, one of a kind, like the kind of facilities that were in there.
But just ask yourself, why do you think Saudi Arabia is pumping all this money
the World Cup?
Anyway,
into sport, into hosting?
They
are hosting Tyson Fury and U6.
If somebody tells you that he deals with jogging club
and he tells it, who has not won anything.
You these ordinary journalists, you want to come and
anyway, let me take a break. When I come back, I'll read.
Manager whose job was to just play a draw on the final
and win
day
and qualify. That's who you've been listening to.
Bonus and win.
No wonder he's getting these results.
He's the one.
Let's take a commercial break. When we come back, I'll read more messages. We'll talk some Premier League and then we'll take today's show home.
Get ready for an exciting weekend of Premier League action.
Opportunity for Iwobi again from distance. Cross shot. Oh, and it's put into the back of the net. What
Tune in as top teams battle it out for crucial points. Join us for live commentary on the 21st of December 2024 as defending champions Manchester City take on Aston Villa at 2:30 p.m. Later on in the day, Nottingham Forest play as guests to Brentford at the G-Tech Community Stadium at 3:30 p.m. Title contenders Arsenal face London rivals Crystal Palace at 5:30 p.m. wrapping up their Saturday fixtures. Make a date on Sunday, 22nd of December 2024 for a clash between struggling Everton and Chelsea at the Goodison Park at 2 p.m. And the big one is between Tottenham Hotspur and Liverpool at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium at 4:30 p.m. live on 97.3 Citi FM. Will the title contenders continue their charge? Can the underdogs come up with a surprise? Don't miss the drama, the goals, and the unforgettable memories. Only on this weekend's EPL show on 97.3 Citi FM.
Welcome back. Sports Panorama, Benjamin Nketsia here. You've been listening to Nathan Kwasusu Graham, Yahweh Jaminta, and Coach Christopher Nimley. Let me do more messages. ADK from Community 25 says, this is for Coach. You see, the United team is not attractive, like the United team in the days of Scholes, Giggs, Village, etc. The United team shall pass Rashford's career at the moment. Bright Miss Lagos says, my biggest foreign highlight is the EFL Cup between Spurs and United. The first time I saw corner to go in a very long time.
I learned that the corner to goal in football is called the Olympico.
Hey, Charlie.
Because the first one was scored in the 1924 Olympics.
I see.
Argentina versus Uruguay.
I see.
So that's where it comes.
That's where it comes from.
So it's a South American thing. So when he scored that goal in the Olympics, it became all of them that followed became Olympico because the rule had recently been changed.
Nice. Ellie from Spintech says, biggest international news: Vinny getting scammed, marking the fall.
It's okay. He won well. He won FIFA.
In fact, that's the legit award anyway. The Ballon d'Or is not legit anyway. The Ballon d'Or is not legit anyway.
Masons the vote. The FIFA one. Mason vote.
Yeah, everyone can vote. Everyone can vote for their fan vote.
It's clear that coaches and journalists alone should not be voting.
But you see, I find it interesting that the players.
Look at them.
No, but you see, I find it interesting that the players and coaches voted for Vinicius. The journalists voted for Rodri.
But when you put all the votes together, if you put the players, the coaches, the Rodri won. It's the fans that gave it.
No.
Rodri won.
No, Rodri won the players and the coaches.
If you put all together. Rodri
won. I'm saying Vinicius won the players.
He won the players and coaches.
If you put all together, Rodri won.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
And he beat him with only 5 votes.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You can check.
You can check the
players and the coaches
let's
Rodri
take his own.
It's only the media.
But we will know with the legit award is the one
that's
put together by the French journalists can't be superior to the one that the world governing football bodies putting together. You can go and argue with anybody. Are you saying that L'Equipe is more legit?
Because they're the first people who did the award. FIFA came and did the award later. They're the people who brought an award first for best player.
I am the governor. I am the governor of the game.
In fact, the FIFA award, the first time was the FIFA award. The first time was 91. Yeah. The first time was 91. So that you can't tell me that something has been there for decades. Then you can't.
That's why
longevity does not mean legitimacy.
And that's why FIFA went to go and do merger. They wanted to take their Ballon d'Or's legitimacy. Let's not do this.
We've done it. anyway, Kuku from Tema says, I think my biggest story was the emergence of Luke Littler. I'm still new to that, but he was the biggest.
Yeah, he's like 17 or so. Yeah.
What's the guy's name? The Turkish guy to
the shooting guy.
Ni from
the Olympics, the memes, there no size.
I'm telling you. Ni in Teshi says, biggest foreign story, Cole Palmer. And then Bayern Leverkusen. How could we all forget?
It's because they are not. They've slept. They started exams this year.
That was 40 something games of this thing.
It's crazy that they were about to go do a treble
without losing a game.
But Gasperini said no way.
That's ridiculous.
But some way somehow, the best defender in that team didn't make the CAF best 11.
But
they gave it to the CAF.
The CAF award doesn't have any credibility. The CAF award has no credibility. I stopped wasting my energy over these awards.
The CAF award is also very national team based. You can tell that they use a lot of the AFCON to inform their thinking.
Yeah, true. But Koulibaly didn't do any better than Tapsoba the AFCON.
Nothing.
But I think when they both don't do well, they use reputation.
Let me go.
I'm not saying that.
Emmanuel from Madabraka
is right, but they're logical.
Amrabat even made that list.
And Onana.
Okay. He says, please, how far with the guy who needed money to pay? Cadman, he's graduated.
Oh, he's
graduated. Selassie says, my biggest story is the ministry telling us that they can't approve a budget of 40,000 for Black Queens to play Tunisia, but can spend 4 million for all African Games accreditation cards.
Oral is coming for them.
Let's keep going. Parker says, listening to you from some heavy traffic, so I'm bored already. Where's highlight?
The traffic for town no
I'm telling you, they say the Jaulu Achimota stretch is complete madness.
What's your time is I can't go.
Which side?
Jaulu Achimota, the overhead.
Going towards where?
No,
I'm not.
Towards the mall.
No, it's probably going towards the mall.
Towards the mall.
To others still at post 4 million for accreditation. Okay, all of that. Let's talk about Spurs Liverpool. That's our big game for the weekend.
Is that not the
VR game?
The day of shame.
Martin, what's that? Simon Hooper.
Good process. Good process.
Let's talk about that game. Let's start off with you, Nathan, on Liverpool's defensive struggles. And I want coach to ponder this before I come to him as well, because 8 games into the season, 3 goals conceded. In the last couple of games, they've conceded about 8 goals.
Well, look, they've
in the last 3 games, yes, I believe.
They've how far back? I think Ibrahim Konate
got injured just before the Man City game. Actually,
so clearly they've lost something defensively.
And he was having his best season ever in a Liverpool shirt.
So that's on one hand. Andy Robertson's weaknesses are becoming more and more glaring. You can tell that the yard of pace is gone. And so now he's become a target. We saw it last week. He got caught out and then the foul and then the red card. But the signs had been there. So I'm not too surprised at the fact that Liverpool are conceding. And at this point, Arne Slot has realized that his best defensive pair is Konate and Van Dijk. Clearly, if Konate is not on, Van Dijk will have a lot more to do. But I look at his the attacking side of his team, and that compensates. I think Liverpool have got a brilliant structure going forward. They will always find the goals. They will now have to figure out something, because last week's draw, somebody can argue, yes, they were down to 10 men, but it just highlights that when they do come up against teams that are structured and have a plan and a team that knows what to do, it can give Liverpool headaches. So I think Arne Slot will have to think about it. But the defensive challenges are there. He has to find ways and means of masking that. What are his options? Jairo Quansah. We've seen Quansah has gone in and out of the team because you can tell that, you know, he's struggling a bit to settle. Joe Gomez, clearly, you cannot trust him for a run. So I think that Arne Slot will have to figure out what combination works well. I would go with Gomez and Van Dijk. But the challenge is that if you go with Gomez and Van Dijk, on a day when you need somebody to substitute Trent Alexander-Arnold, Joe Gomez looks like a very good deputy for that role, especially on the defensive side, somebody to give you stability. So I don't know whether Slot would want to go with Kwanzaa, but I would go more with Gomez and Virgil van Dijk in the middle, and then they figure the rest out. But it will be a very interesting tie at Spurs. We know what Spurs will do. We saw them play that crazy game against Manchester United in the League Cup. If there's anything Ange Postecoglou should be very concerned about, it's his goalkeeping department. I don't think Fraser Foster is really up to the standard, and he will
the main guy is
I get it. So he has to make a decision very quickly. He has to make a decision. The window is not open, but he has to figure out something, because Liverpool will breach Spurs. Will Foster be in a place to save Spurs on those multiple occasions? I don't think so.
Coach, what's your take on that? Liverpool conceding few goals to begin the season. The floodgates have just opened. Is it all down to injuries, you think, as well?
Yeah, of course. Because, you see, that is one department of the game that coaches, all things being equal, would not like to touch. The goalkeeper, the back line. Because they are the ones closest to your goal. The more they play together, the better the chemistry, the more solid, the better understanding, and they're able to repel the opposition very, very well. I think that when the French boy got injured, most people don't give him credit. Apart from Van Dijk's reading of the game and better anticipation, that boy is the main reason why Liverpool tend to play the high line as at when they play.
And hold up the ball well.
He has pace to recover. Because when you have Arnold, especially from the right side, go the way he does, it is the young man who double up as a centre back and as a covering fullback. So the moment you take him in and you bring in Gomez, yes, a good player, but his confidence level has always not been the right one.
He doesn't play enough games, so always.
And he's unable to stay focused throughout the games. When things are going well for him, then he thinks he's arrived, and then he loses focus, and then the team concedes. So I think that is the major problem, because, and then again, if you look at the way the games are coming thick and fast, this manager will have to find a way of rotating the team.
In fact, the Liverpool defense has been depleted. Trent is injured as well.
Exactly. So in addition to that, he needs to rotate the team.
Kwanzaa comes in, Gomez goes to right back, most likely.
He needs to rotate the team in order to refreshen the boys. Because, look, it's been a very, very long season. From the Euros to the Copa America, these boys, they've not had proper rest. Pre-season, back and then World Cup qualifying, and more games have been added to the games that they already used to complain about. So he needs to believe in everybody. If you want to win the league, you cannot use just between 12 and 14, 16. Every registered player in that team will have to be maximum. You have to find a way of getting everybody to play a role. And I think that if he can do that, because look, take it or leave it, the point has been cut down to only 2. They have a game in hand. What is the guarantee that they'll go and win that game? What you don't want to crop in is that if you look at how good a start the team got, the way people spoke about the team, nobody thought that their very good lead will be cut to 2 points with the game in hand. So if imagine somebody were to go past them and the narrative were to change, I am not sure that this Liverpool team under this manager will be able to handle a different narrative to the one they are used to handling. And that is what they need to avoid. And in order for them to avoid that, every player will have to be maximized. And against Spurs, I fancy Liverpool, because that Spurs coach, he listened to him speak yesterday. He told the people that, is it not nice for me to entertain you?
He says his style, it has more pros than cons.
Yes. He thinks that the best way is to take a 3-0 lead and throw it away. 2-0 lead, and he sees that as entertainment. But if he must be told, the next morning, Mr. Levy will be sacking him very quick.
Coach, I think he's just saying that's why they pull leave him alone. I don't think he's happy, because when you look at his face when the goals go in, you can see he's
and he's actually doing nothing. You see, the way I don't trust him. When your team go 3-0, 2-0, we've seen them throw away 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 3 times.
Too many times.
Too many times. It's a pattern.
When they do that, they play like a team that don't care. Have nothing to protect.
No,
at that level, when you take a lead, you protect it.
No, coach, you are right about it. But he's definitely angry because you see it on his face.
I've noticed actually a pattern where he takes the flak at the presser for his players, and then I think he goes
dishes it out.
probably.
You see, when you do that, we must see it reflect in
On
your
the pitch.
tactics.
Of course, that
Fair
when
game,
you take
fair
a
game.
2-goal lead next time,
This is what
Same
don't
thing
say,
don't
okay,
repeat
now
themselves.
he's doing different things, but he keep repeating the same thing.
Let's do predictions for the games. Let me start with you. Aston Villa at Villa Park to Man City.
Pep to suffer up them all.
Defeat or loss? Defeat or draw?
They are losing the game.
Yeah.
My goods. See what they're doing to my
Yeah,
goods.
I'll go in for a draw.
Draw.
Because Ruben Diaz is also injured.
The
That
same,
is where
well,
we
well,
lose.
well,
Only predictions. We don't have
we are
time.
doing the same game. We all do the
So
same game.
no, just this particular one because it's a
Yeah,
big
because
game.
a big
Okay,
game,
okay, yeah. I don't see Man City. I don't see how Man City win this game. honestly.
Is that how Man City have become?
No, they lost this game.
They lost this game 1-0 last season.
So it's
Yeah,
like,
true.
it was never going to be an easy game.
Game
So they
to
have to
begin
be
with.
in their best of form to come into this
And they're
game.
going to shuffle their backline again because Ruben Diaz
Diaz
won't
out
be
3 to
available.
4 weeks.
Nathan,
Villa win.
let me stay with you. Brentford, Forest.
Oh,
Who's at home?
Brentford.
Brentford draw.
Forest are in the top 4 too.
They are, but
Brentford
I
are very good at home.
I can't look past.
Brentford have their best home record
They have
in
the
the league.
home, best home record, but I look at Forest, and I don't think Forest will take it lying down. I think Forest will put up a very good
Would be a
fight.
very, very big fight.
Score draw for me. I hope
Ipswich-
Johan Wissa scores though.
Ipswich, Newcastle, Susu.
Who's at home?
Ipswich.
Oh, they'll still lose. It's just about how much. If they are home, they might be able to get a draw. But if it was at St. James Park, yeah, they'll score them good.
West Ham, Brighton.
Oh, that's a very good game.
J-Lo.
Kudus.
Alo going to win is in action.
But you know, I just want to just give some context before you make your prediction that Brighton have also never lost at the London Stadium. So if that will factor into your thinking, I'm just letting you know.
Charlie.
How do teams
Investors'
conjure up some of
predictions.
these runs? Like all of a sudden, you've gone 5 years and
You
you
never
are
won at.
Yeah,
It
like, you
happens.
keep beating a particular
It
team.
happens.
But look at how
West Ham.
Brentford. This was their first loss. at
Just to
Stamford
Chelsea,
Bridge
yeah.
in the Premier League.
West Ham, Brighton, Hove Albion. I think I'll go in for a score draw.
Score
Yeah,
draw.
like
I have to
score
say
draw.
Brighton's form has really dipped.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'll go in for a score
Coach,
draw.
Palace,
If it were a
Arsenal.
Monday night game there, West Ham
Crystal
would be
Palace,
also
Arsenal.
favourite.
Yeah.
Arsenal.
Arsenal to win. Yeah, Everton, Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Fulham, Southampton.
Oh, Fulham. Easy. That one they leave
Russell Martin has been fired.
Fulham will get relegated by the end of December.
Nathan,
No, Southampton,
Leicester,
you mean?
Sorry, Southampton. I mean.
Leicester Wolves.
Leicester win.
Leicester win.
Van Nistelrooy.
Yeah, I mean it's at home.
And Wolves are in a bad.
And Wolves
place.
are in a bad
But
place.
they've hired Victor Pereira, the former FC.
Man United, Bournemouth.
Oh, that's who's at
Old
home?
Trafford, that's
Old
old team.
Old Trafford.
United
I think.
Bournemouth won here last season, I
But,
believe.
3-0.
yeah, but that was you know.
So
yeah,
Amorima Peki.
Oh, I pick it. So I'll say I'm not sure, but as they say, double chance Man United. That's
Double
how I-
chance,
yeah,
win or
I-
draw.
Yeah, I don't expect them to lose this game.
Yeah, Spurs, Liverpool.
United will have to
Liverpool
be
to
very careful
win.
with Bournemouth.
Liverpool to win, okay.
Yeah, because Spurs, they have some injury issues at the back. They are playing Dragosin and Archie Gray. Yeah, at the back. So, yeah, Liverpool to
Anyway, that's it from us here. Let's do quick shouts to end the year. And then we can bow out of the studio. Who goes first?
No more when me magic first. Look, for those of us who were born in the month of December, last week Sunday I was celebrating my birthday
And
together.
Amorim,
with
Ruben
my
Amorim
beautiful
gave you a wonderful.
You
birthday.
and Madame were both celebrating on the same day?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
so
God.
Coach, when did you find out you had the same birthday? Was it like the first week, first month? Like you know?
No, when I actually decided to go after the lady, that was when. These are things you want to ask at initial stages to get it
What's your
sorted
favorite
out.
color?
What is your favorite color?
Food, shoe size,
what-
dress
what-
size.
See,
what-
celebrating the same birthday with your wife is like one of the most unique things ever. That's
What are the chances?
Yeah, what are the chances?
Yeah, so
Anyway.
today happens to be the birthday of a very special lady,
Oh, Charlie.
Mrs. Joan Hammond, the rabbit man's wife. Look, she's so special a lady that anytime I talk to her, I'm overjoyed. Look,
Oh,
look,
overjoyed.
Charlie, the softness in her voice.
Oh, Charlie.
That is why my brother, Mr. Hammond, cannot go anywhere. Look, he gave me this. He said I should read it to the hearing of his beautiful wife.
Oh, yes.
He says, happy birthday and anniversary to my wife, Mrs. Joan Hammond. Joan Hammond or Joanna Hammond. He said, "You are the definition of a true African woman,
Thank you.
with beauty, love, kindness, and strength. May the good Lord continue to bless you and our home. I love you, love you, love you, with every fiber
Thank you.
of my being.
Thank you.
I love you. I know the way you do it for me.
Ligament.
I am ready for you tonight. The birthday will be properly celebrated. You have no doubt whatsoever that I am fully prepared. I will be up to the standard and ready to.
Are you sure you are not making this up yourself, Christopher?
That is what he wrote. I'm reading for his wife. I'll show it to you. Don't worry. So from the Sports Panorama team, Mrs. Joanna Hammond, Aula. Okay, you are job no.
I know what's cute. I will be up to the standard.
He says tonight the standard will never be belated. He's up to it. I'll pick it. So Mr. Hammond, from Mr. Hammond, he says to tell you, I'll pick it tonight.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Big shouts to good friend Roland Neo Doy, and a big shouts to all the Panorama fans. In Ghana, outside Ghana, all over the world.
The Faroe Islands people.
Yeah, Faroe Islands. Yeah, love you guys.
The Faroe Islands Association.
Yeah, love you guys to death. You guys have been a great support to us. So, and yes, we really appreciate it. Yeah, a big shouts to the biggest City fan in Takrade, Dominic Asante Chumesi, aka Preku.
Charlie,
big shouts.
Charlie, that name is very deep.
Yeah.
Preku.
Dominic Asante
This I can tell you for a fact that he picked up this nickname from high school.
Oh yes.
And is the Tadi people? Prickum. Spagum. I know them.
He loves everything about City Channel 1 TV. Yeah, so City FM Channel 1 TV. Yeah, so Dominic Asante Chumesi. Yeah, big shouts to you.
Gabby is not here, so I'll do a shout out for him.
Oh yeah.
What you said? Big shout out to Dominic Gutierrez and Daniel Payday. Dominic Gutierrez and Daniel Payday.
So I see.
This one is just. I just want to add, from the Sports Panorama team, we just want to wish Mrs. Nimli a happy belated baby.
Oh, yes.
Coach, you didn't tell us on the Friday for us to do.
We did your own on Sunday, but we didn't know she was also celebrating.
So I just want to say the happy belated baby.
On Sunday, that was the reason why I couldn't come.
Yes, we heard that she was taking you out.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, I also want to give a shout out to my friend Ben Asar. He was in the YouTube comments. He said tonight we are going out. We are going to Top Live. I saw him in the
Top Live.
I saw him in the YouTube comments. I said, "Oh, that's my boy. We're ready. We're ready for tonight. We're ready.
Oh yeah.
The last one to all the medical professionals. They had some induction ceremony or something.
Last week?
No. Today they did something today, and my cousin was one of them. So we have a new Dr. Graham.
Nice.
There weren't a lot of doctors in their family. Now we have two, because my older cousin also did it the year before. So we are very proud of him. So shout out to you, Dr.
Somebody
Graham.
from YouTube says he's called J&J from the UK. Says nice show, keep it up, the great work. Nice one.
There's
Somebody's from his wait. Tetram says I'm watching live from Uppsala in Sweden.
Oh wow!
People are in places.
It must be cold. Charlie, what's the temperature in Uppsala?
-9.
Crazy.
If I tell you the temperature,
you guys do all. I see somebody from North Carolina. It says was in Charlotte Stadium to watch Ghana lose to Mexico this year.
Can you just imagine if we qualify to the World Cup? You, myself, Nathan, and we storm the US. Everywhere we go,
you don't know.
His Excellency, Papa,
do the needful. Nathan.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to all our listeners. Every Friday you tune in without missing the show. For those who miss, you send me a message.
If they miss, they go back to YouTube to go and recap.
Spotify and all of that. We appreciate all of that. It's been a wonderful year. Thank you for all your support. We do it again 2025. So I want you all to have a great Christmas. Shout out to all of us here too. It's been a wonderful time.
Yeah.
I wish everybody here. I wish each other. I wish us all.
The
Merry
topmost
Christmas.
wish is to Bosu. No more me share die.
Let me do my own dedication. You have finished your own.
Remember, it's the holiday season, so Merry Christmas and don't drink and drive.
Thank you very much.
Merry Christmas.
I want to say a big congratulations to my good friend and classmate Emerald Arthur. She got married today. So congratulations to you. Hold on. And also a big happy birthday to our HR, Mrs. Jennifer Anani. No, HR1.
Their hats. Oh no, you see their hats. You see their hats.
Miss Jen's drip today, dear.
Drippiest.
Wavy. I have to assume her favorite color is pink.
Drippiest.
So they're like different variants and shades.
See, I say she's the drippiest.
Oh
no, too much.
Fly HR.
Too fly.
The fly HR.
No, Jiwu HR. Happy birthday. Why you need na? The show is over. My name is Benjamin Nketsia. Nathan Kwao, Susu Graham, Coach Christopher Nimley, Yao Eje Minta. So proudly brought to us by Royal Kingdom Estate, Kivo 481 Remix, and Twisco. Same time next year, we'll be back with Sports Panorama. Meanwhile, if you are bored and you miss us during the Christmas period, you can catch up on the YouTube episodes, and you can also subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. The Premier League, yes, we are in right up until the 6th of January, so no breaks in the Premier League. We'll be here to serve you absolutely quality live video commentary and analysis. Until then, enjoy the rest of your evening, and bye bye.